Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Shootaround Sessions Podcast. I know y'all missed us. We back. It's me, your host, Tawasi C with my man.
Andy B, you know how it is.
You know how it is. We here, man. And we just gonna jump straight into it, man. Last time we left off on, you know how they do them shows previously on the last episode. The Knicks wasn't doing too good, man. We were on a losing skid. And now we kind of getting back on track. Won our last 6. Recently just beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Hopefully we keep that streak going. But how you feeling about our New York Knicks right now as we stand?
All right, you said right now.
Right now. We always got to say right now. Always got to say right
now. Hopefully they keep the momentum going. They look like they finally figuring out. It's that post mid-season tournament. Like they got past that situation where teams just plummet after they win that cup in between. But they seem to be catching on. Mike Brown obviously has made changes to the rotation. Certain players are getting no burn right now. No burn. Jordan Clarkson has been completely removed from the rotation, and they're playing better. I'm shocked and surprised because I thought he was a great hand, but obviously he wasn't fitting with it. Yabusele just doesn't exist. I'm sorry.
Barely hanging on by a thread.
Barely hanging on. But everyone seems to be stepping up defensively. There were some things that still I'm still concerned with and pissed me off. I think there's some double teams that didn't need to happen yesterday. They were leaving guys wide open. Thankfully, the Lakers is a horrible 3-point shooting team.
Yeah.
So it didn't affect us too much. But aside from that, I just want to see us keep this momentum.
Okay. I agree with you on the momentum side because even though I feel like we beat some bum teams, I'm gonna be honest with you. We beat the Nets, and the only bright side to it is that we playing good defensively. But like you said, we haven't really played any offensive juggernauts to be clamping them under 100 points. So we'll see how that. I mean, yet is to be seen. We'll see more to come with that. But on the flip side of it, you have guys like Clarkson and Yabusele barely playing. And I think they are trade bait. We're going to talk about the trade bait in a minute. But, yeah, I mean, Clarkson was an upgraded campaign to me.
Absolutely.
He was an upgraded campaign. He used to answer. He was ready. He made some big shots around Christmas time, that little stretch in December that we had. And Brown had to kind of clamp down on the lineup. And we've always had Landry Shamet, and I've always trusted in Landry Shamet. So as long as he's playing right now, getting his burn, I'm good with that. We still have that elephant in the room of Cat. Cat ain't really playing. He's playing good, all-star. Shout out to Cat. Playing decent, but I still don't see that second option in Cat. And that's what really concerns me because I feel like to be a championship team, we need him to be that second guy.
Yeah, he's not the second offensive option. He could grab some boards. He's been grabbing some boards.
Yeah, grabbing some boards.
But unfortunately, he hasn't figured out his most dynamic, most dominant role within this offense. And until we still have more levels to go. And once he figures that out, I feel like we'll reach one of our top levels. But thankful for OG. Thankful for Josh Hart, who is shooting the ball. And he is making his threes. Shout out to him. All right. Shout out to Mitch, who is our defensive anchor, doing what he needs to do. All right, getting those old boards, and he's a presence in the paint. But yes, Cat needs to figure it out. He needs to. Again, his game plan. Who was working with him got to tell him, listen, stop barreling to the hoop.
Yeah,
and then wondering why you're not getting called for fouls. If a lot of the times you're initiating the contact. I mean, yes, there were some calls last night. There were some calls during the Lakers game.
Just about to say that.
Yeah, where he got smacked in the face, and there was multiple things where the refs didn't miss it. But when you complain too much, this is what happens. The refs will let stuff go. Because again, if you complain too much, if you're not looking for the foul or calling for the foul all the time, then you get more favorable whistles. But unfortunately, they see you as a complainer.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, I hope bro is. I mean, for me, as you said, I do hate the way he barrels to the rim, hooks
gosh.
behind, and does those things. It's atrocious basketball, and he needs to clean it up. But at the end of the day, I seen him last year. We saw a cat last year that used to hit about 4 or 5 threes in a game. And he used to go off. We saw that, I think, early in the season. One game he probably went off, and I'm looking for that cat that stretches the floor. He's not a dangerous weapon to me if he's not stretching the floor, and I need to see that cat from that Detroit series that stepped up in that one game and really dominated. And yet is to be seen. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am happy with the team. OG and McCallum stepping up. They're doing what they got to do. Like you said, Josh Hart, Josh Hart is Josh Harden, and again, with every week that passes, I become a bigger Josh Hart fan, so shout out to him and what he's doing. Other than that, we move, you know. They're playing defense, we hitting shots. I think Deuce still out. I ain't see Deuce playing last night, but
Deuce is still out. He's still out injured. Now, my question, and I want to pose this to you, when he's back and he's healthy and everything, the rotation when it comes between him and Kolek, do you reduce Kolek minutes drastically like they did when Deuce got healthy in that stretch, but we were losing? Or do we try to figure out, like, I don't know, Tyler might be taking the spot. I'm not too sure.
I do not.
And I love
believe,
Deuce.
Love Deuce. Love, you know, we're a big fan of Deuce here on this show.
Hell yeah.
Love Deuce. Love Kolek. That's my guy. I respect him. He has a spot in this roster. But when it comes to who's the backup point guard, I'm still riding with Deuce over Kolek any day of the week because he creates that offense and the dude is money. He's been on a slump. Like the team has. He's been on a shooting slump, but he can shoot that thing, and we need somebody who can hit threes. I don't see Tyler Kolek shooting the three consistently like Deuce. So if you ask me if I'm taking the playmaking of Kolek versus the shooting of Deuce, I'm always going with the shooting of Deuce.
I hear that. And again, there should be times where they're both on the floor. Honestly speaking, because Deuce is more of a two guard that'll defend and shoot the three, and Kolek is more of a facilitator. So they both should be on the floor at the same time, to be honest with you.
But then what happens with that thing? Because they've played with it this season, but they had some points where you saw Deuce, Kolek, and Shaman on the floor at the same time. We don't really have that backup wing per se person, and he's been out there, but I think we a liability to size, and people eat us up immediately, especially with those bigger guards.
That's true.
I mean, that leads me to my next question. We talking trades and we talking trade block. You think the Knicks is making a move with we got Yabusele not really playing. We got Jordan Clarkson out the lineup, and these are good players that not Yabusele. He's trash. He's trash. But
he's not trash. It's just not working out. I don't know what it is.
I don't know, bro. I really don't, man. That dude, he's a big disappointment.
I was the biggest Yabusele supporter in the preseason, and then now I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, he's the one piece that got to go for sure, man. And I mean, Clarkson by default only because we don't have no space in the rotation and there was too many guards anyway. But do you see them pulling the trigger on these two guys? You see them making a move?
I can see them making a move with those two guys in particular, trying to either free up some salary space. I don't see them making a big move. I don't think the Knicks need to make a big move. All right, and I think you know what I'm alluding to. I don't think nothing major needs to happen. If something does happen, that's cool. That's okay. We'll see where it goes. But unfortunately, those two guys, they can move for either for some future picks or some money compensation or something. I don't know.
Something. We can't just get peanuts for those guys, you know?
No, yeah.
You alluded to our guy Giannis coming to the New York Knicks, and it's been swirling around all town for the last week and change. Everybody been talking about Giannis to the Knicks. Where's Giannis going to end up? Do you think, and I know I ask this every show, but right now we kind of almost there. We're a week, not even a week. We're a few days away.
We're a few days away.
Few days away
like
for the
2-3
trade
days
deadline.
away.
Do you think Giannis Antetokounmpo is still in a Bucks jersey after Thursday?
I think it's 50-50. I think it's
50-50.
50-50. And I don't and again, you say in a Bucks jersey, I don't think it's coming to New York.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's coming to New York. I think, you see, I'm sorry, but the Bucks are playing themselves. And I'm going to tell you why they're playing themselves. One, your superstar wants to leave, all right? Disadvantage against you. Two, you guys are in no position. Again, where are they right now? They're what, 10th, 11th, 12th in the standings.
They down there.
You guys are down there. You guys have no firepower. Three, your man is out injured right now. So whatever team that wants to trade out or that is willing to trade with you, they have to understand that they're not getting Giannis right now. So that's another disadvantage. What team wants to gamble that right now? Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm hearing that the Bucks is listening and they're shutting stuff down and they want to negotiate. They don't have much to really stand on, to be honest with you. Can Giannis end up in Golden State? That's a possibility. That works out for them because Golden State they will trade another injured player. So it's a no-lose situation.
Yeah,
who knows?
We don't know what that is until next year.
Until next year, but you guys, listen. What y'all want to do? Y'all want to ride this out? Y'all want to see if he wants? Well, we already know he's not re-signing his next contract. Put it like this: his next contract is definitely not with the Bucks.
Okay, we can say that. We can say that. 100%.
We can definitely say that. And then would he be there by Thursday afternoon? It's 50-50. They might just cut their losses.
The Bucks are in one of the toughest positions right now because, like you said, he's injured. So that instant, he could come in and help this team now, that's not there. Then he don't want to be there. So they really have no leverage, and they're against the clock. Because if they don't get this, if they drag this in the summertime, the longer they let this drag, the more leverage they lose. So it's a tough situation. And to the Knicks' point, I really do not want him. Not to say I don't want him in New York. I don't think it needs to happen now. If they was going to do this, they would have did this since the summertime. But it didn't happen then. You keep this team together. You see what it's built for. We built it. We stuck to the plan. And we're continuing to stick to the plan. So him in New York right now is not happening. Should it have happened years ago? Maybe. Hey,
I just want to say I'm not turning coat. Would I take Giannis over Cat? Absolutely. 100%. My stance on that has not changed. But do I want to disrupt something right now without the possibility of Giannis not putting on a jersey the very next day? If he can't put in a jersey on Friday, then no, it doesn't make any sense. Let's run it back. All right. We need Cat to be more consistent, and let's just see where it goes. And then if by the summertime, we'll figure out what we'll do from there.
Nah, that's a fact. I mean, does he stay a Buck? I think so, because any team willing to make that move for him right now, I think you're bugging. I think you wait till summertime, you see what could happen, and you get him to sign the extension and things like that. But until then, I'm chilling on Giannis.
Yep.
Other trade news is kind of shaky out there because I feel like a lot of trades that's happening, especially the trade that happened the other day with Cleveland and DeAndre Hunter, a lot of that is a salary dump.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of it is a salary dump. So it's like we're going to see a lot of teams make these moves to say, I want to free up some cap space or we want to stay under the apron. So a lot of times we talk about the apron, and we talk about the apron for times like this because a lot of things are changing in the NBA. A lot of things. So you're going to see some different movements happening. Any particular moves you think, any pieces you think you want to see or you want to see like move around that could help someone?
Like you said before, the NBA is different right now. Nobody's making, I can't remember nobody's making moves to make their team better. And the teams that are in position to make a splash at the championship, they're not messing up their chemistry. They're not
That's a
doing
fact.
anything. A lot of moves that we may see come, for the rest of this week up until Thursday, like I said, it's going to be salary dumps. It's going to be, future pick here. I
Yeah.
don't want to be on the sacred apron here. I'll be shocked and surprised if I see a major move be done. All right? I'll be shocked.
Nah. But you bring up major move, and we talking about trades. We are at around the 1 year anniversary of a big, shocking trade that happened 1 year ago. Luka Dončić to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. How we feeling a year later, and how you feel like that trade has panned out for both teams?
I threw it up and you caught the oop because you know exactly where I was going with that.
There we go. Dogging him.
I think it was. I can tell you, it felt surreal. It did not feel real at all. To be honest with you, I had the same thought that everyone else, I'm pretty sure, had, that Shams was hacked, and again, this day and age, I believe 25% of the things I see on the internet, I straight up did not believe it.
Facts.
And then when it turned out to be real, it's like the only question we had was why.
Why?
Why?
Made no
What's the
sense.
purpose? What's the purpose? And then, of course, you got your conspiracy theorists on some, Dallas going to they're going to get their get back for that.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
they
yeah.
did.
Which they did.
Which they did. Which was a first-round pick. Shout out to Cooper Flag. The beginning of the season, we had a lot of questions about him. Homeboy is showing out. Homeboy is playing some good ball. Listen, game is game, and I respect it.
Facts.
But definitely that trade still didn't. Again, the Lakers got to face Luka's doing his thing. What is he? The number one scorer in the league right now? 30 plus a game.
Yeah, it's either
Number
second
one
with
or
him
number two?
SJ,
Yeah,
yeah.
number one
It's
or
just him
number
and
two.
SJ. They're right there.
Right. Now the Lakers need to focus on building around Luka. I'm sorry, old man James is out there. Old man James, he is a step slower. You can see it. The Lakers. Right now, they can't rest on their laurels. As a matter of fact, that's a team that needs to be very heavy during. That's one of the teams that needs to make a major move to make
During
a
the
major
trade.
push. Yeah, during the trade deadline to make a bigger push to the championship.
Nah, I feel you on that point, because I say to this, right? I feel like, yeah, big shocking value aside, I don't feel like Luka. He's doing what he does, but the team is very subpar, and you kind of wasting time with that. The guy is giving you number 2 scorer in the league, number 1 scoring, 8.3 assists per game, killing it. And I just feel like they can't get it together. You know what I mean? They don't got the shooting. Austin Reeves is in and out of the lineup, always hurt. You got DeAndre Ayton, who I knew that guy wasn't. He ain't no game changer. You know what I mean? And even though you lost a guy in Anthony Glass who's never available, they didn't go nowhere. I just feel like it's the same flat line. They're still in the same position. Nothing has changed, so they should probably be pretty aggressive. But they got to start looking elsewhere for Braun, man. I think, we see in the last years of him. He just made his 22nd All-Star team selection.
Last year's shoot, it might be the last year.
Yo, you think it's gonna be Braun last year, man?
No, because you know why? I feel like LeBron would have announced it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay,
I feel like he
okay.
would have announced it.
Retirement tour Braun.
Retirement tour Braun. He's not the type to bow out quietly. Yeah.
We see where Braun goes with that. I mean, shout out to the Knicks for not letting him come to the Garden. I mean, granted, he's 40 plus. We can't take no solace in that, but Braun a little washed. So we're gonna respect him, you know what I mean? But we got the dub on that one. But since we
needed
mentioned
that.
All-Stars, let's talk about the Knicks and our 2 All-Stars along with the rest of the All-Stars in 2026. We got on the squad our guy Jalen Brunson, and like we talked about, Karl-Anthony Towns, 2 All-Stars on the Eastern Conference. How are we feeling about that?
Jalen Brunson, absolutely, he did his thing. And you know what? Let me not, because I was about to crap on Cat. Cat is having a great season. Cat is doing his thing. He's stepping up. And again, when you look at the talent pool, he definitely deserves to be up there as an all-star reserve. That's the way he's at right now. But Brunson,
Fact.
the captain, you're damn right. He is where he needs to be. He's a starter.
That's a fact, man. I mean, Cat's in there. We're looking at Cat numbers right now, 19.8 points, 2.9 assists, and he really got in, I'm be honest, because of those rebounds like we talked about. 11.8 rebounds. Cat is killing it on the boards. He's been killing it all season, but that's not hard to do in the East, especially when you're seeing that shift in bigs where I know who's the team. We beat up on one of them teams all the time and they don't even have a proper big. So Brooklyn don't even have a proper big sometimes. They got skinny, frail guys who can't rebound. So, I mean, shout out to Cat for doing what he has to do, and maybe he's figuring something out. I mean, we could go through the rest of the starters. We got Giannis. We have Jalen Brown, we have Cade Cunningham, and we have Tyrese Maxey. All well-deserved of their all-star spots.
Very well-deserved. That's a great, that's a great list right there.
East killing it right now, man. We could shout out some of the reserves. We got Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson, Norman Powell, Jalen Duren from the Pistons. I mean, the numbers are there.
Yeah.
Big bastard. Like, just burly dude, need to be in wrestling. We got Donovan Mitchell, then rounding it out, we got Pascal Siakam for the East. How are we feeling about our East squad?
It's manageable, but then when you shift down to the West, you'll see the difference in power. You'll see the difference in the West is the West. The East looks good. It's serviceable, especially when it comes to the reserves. It's serviceable, but I'll wait till you get to the West.
Nah, since we're on the West, and that's why I laugh, because you scroll down and you look at the West, and that's where I totally understand what you're saying, because we got in the starters, we got Steph Curry, we got SGA, we got Wemby, we got Dončić, and we got Jokic. And if that's not a slaughter lineup in itself, I know they got a different format. I know it's going to be a different format. They're going to mix it up, but these players coming out of the West, golly, bro. It's like, damn, that's the Avengers if you put it right there in itself.
Put it like this. Anthony Edwards is a reserve. He's a reserve. All right? That's, again, Kevin Durant, still one of the best scorers ever. Is a reserve. LeBron James, well, LeBron is LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron's LeBron, but still. And I think you see, like you said, there's just shift in power because the West is stacked, bro.
It's stacked.
Kevin Durant, Chet Holmgren, Anthony Edwards, and Devin Booker coming off the bench. Not to mention Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray coming off the bench.
I'm glad we changed it up.
And Avdija's having a great season. That's why he got the selection. And it's.
Oh, let's talk about Avdija for a second, because we seen Avdija play the Knicks twice. Had to stay up pretty late one of those nights to watch him play.
Gosh.
But Avdija has a weird game, and he don't really seem like he's like that. But the points this dude been putting up is crazy.
He knows how to get open. He knows his game. It might, like I said, it does seem weird and it does look weird, but he knows his game. He knows how to score, and like I said, it's paying off for him. So.
Man, so let's talk about this format we got for the game now. I mean, we still kind of a little unclear on it, so give us some grace. But I believe it's they having 3 teams of 8, and they're gonna have these 3-round kind of face-off thing where they're going at it, 1 game a quarter. How are we feeling about this USA World kind of thing they got going on format?
How do I feel about it? I hate it. What's wrong with the All-Star game? What's wrong with the All-Star game? Let's just play 4 quarters, best in the East, best in the West, and let's just make it happen. There's no this has been the most gimmicked up the All-Star game has been for the past couple of years. Let's just play ball. Let's just play ball. The guys do out there, let them go out there, let them do their fancy dunks, fancy passes. I mean, of course, there's threes galore when you see it, but I'm not a fan. It's too confusing. I honestly still don't know what's going on, and I would not understand until we're sitting out and we're watching. And I was like, oh, okay, they're playing a game of 21. I got you.
Yeah. I got you. I mean, like you say, too much bells and whistles. Like we say in wrestling, too many gimmicks. And
Yeah.
I feel like they've taken away from the purity of the game. And I don't know if we have it figured out, because I look at younger fans like kids, maybe from like 10 years old, those real young adolescent kids who's crazy about basketball. They're not going to see a competitive game like what we used to have when you saw
Absolutely.
Iverson in the East make that comeback, or the moments that we had watching All-Star games back in the day. So I really don't know how to save it. And them doing this, it just has me like with the head scratching emoji, like was going on? You know what I mean?
I did enjoy when they brought in what was it, like the final score where they had to get to a certain number.
Okay, yeah.
The first year that was entertaining as hell because it was competitive.
Yeah.
And then it just started evolving more and more and more. It's just let's just watch the best of the best play basketball, play the game that they love. Because I'm pretty sure about 75% of the guys playing for the All-Star break is probably pissed off as to what's going on too.
Yeah.
Because they just want to play ball. I
just wanna
guarantee you Kevin Durant is pissed off because he's booked his ball his life. And he's like, what is this?
We gotta see how it plays out, because I believe we got T-Mac coaching, Vince Carter coaching, and Melo coaching, and I just want to see how the whole thing goes. I trust NBC right now. I don't know why I feel like they bringing back that kind of cool basketball feel again, where you feel like, man, it's low key feeling like Sundays again, like the game where the Knicks and thing played. It felt like a Sunday night thing. Like it should have been a little bit earlier. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was maybe like a 4:00 game, and then you had the 7:00 game, like they used to be back in the day. I get it. You want to put them on prime time. I ain't tripping, but like, let's bring back Sunday basketball when it used to be legit and used to be real competitive.
That nostalgia feel. We love that nostalgic feel, yes.
Yeah.
You hear that, and you're just like, all right, it's time.
It's
time
game
for
time.
some ball. It's game time.
It's game time.
It's game
man.
time. Hell yeah.
But I think that's going to do it for us on this latest edition of Shootaround Sessions Podcast. We're going to keep rocking with you, and we're just going to keep our eyes locked to these trade deadlines to see the moves that people are making. And we're going to catch y'all next week. You know what I mean?
Guys, don't be surprised you get a surprise pod again this week. If something major happened in that trade deadline, I'm calling you up and say, yo, let's just record. Let's just
We're
make
going to
it
have
happen.
a trade. We might be in the car driving.
Driving. We don't
Driving
care.
on the highway. We don't care. It's going to happen. We're going to see what's happening. We got a big move. No matter when, we're going to jump back on this thing and we're going to make it happen. Shootaround Sessions Podcast with me, your host, Tawasi, and my man,
Randy B, you know how it is.
you already know how we do, man. Like, subscribe, and join the ride, and we catch y'all in the next one. Peace.